do, 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 do. Oh no.
Oh no?
It's cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, Joe sees it. Joe sees what the oh no
I
is.
see it. I see the oh no.
Look at this. Look at what happened. I spend
What
so
happened?
much time.
How?
I spend so much time readjusting this. No, you know what? I bet I know what this is. Hold on.
I gotta be in my frame. I need to be in my frame.
Hold on.
Be on this side.
There.
Yeah, there. I'm in no.
Hi.
Is it fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed. It was because I had the chat open in Skype to tell you guys that I was switching things, and I didn't close it, and that threw off everything. It's such
also
an effort.
say-
Up everything.
I should also say I don't have a webcam for you on Skype. I can't see you.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
a mystery.
Alright.
I'm
Just
a mystery
Bring up
factor.
Twitch on your phone.
I have two monitors. I can just look right and see it. God, don't do
Look
that.
at it.
Endless
Stop it.
tunnel.
Stop what you're doing. Be a professional, god damn it.
For once in your life.
That's a great opening, by the way. Great. Good. Now we're here. And this is
Welcome to
the world
Pop
we're
Culture
living in.
Podcast.
Welcome
Yes,
to Pop
welcome.
Culture, everyone. Where we talk about the poppiest of culture.
The poppy.
How's that for a tagline? We're workshopping it. It's fine.
Actually, I'm drinking water right now, not pop.
I'm using my most professional NPR voice ever.
Great. Anyway, today we are talking about several things, mostly BlizzCon, because we have our resident young Reinhardt cosplayer,
Future. I don't have it ready yet.
future young
I haven't
Reinhardt
built it yet.
cosplayer,
Noah hasn't built it for me yet.
Joe Obone. And then we also have Bitmoji enthusiast,
Just check his
SFEN Noah.
Twitter.
Also,
He's a-
we have the pop culture kitten.
You're
Don't forget
pointing in
Pop
the
Culture
wrong
Kitten.
direction,
You
sir.
are. You
You
are.
pointed
Pop
right off
culture
screen.
kitten.
There
Pop
you
culture
go.
kitten.
Now you
Pop
got
culture
it.
kitten. Good
You
kitten.
got it all figured out. All right. Anyway, let's get rolling.
So, where do you guys want to start today?
Bad
I will let you guys choose. your
Okay,
own
it comes down to
adventure.
do we start with BlizzCon or end with BlizzCon?
Let's
God.
do BlizzCon right in the middle.
No.
right in the middle. Let's end on BlizzCon because God knows
Alright.
that's a topic and a half. Which means Noah, you get to pick one
Yo.
of your topics to start with.
All right, I'm gonna dive right into Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Shadow of
Tell
War,
us
good
more.
game.
Shadow of War. Good
Shadow of War,
game.
great game.
Ish.
Good game.
Spider-Man,
So-
good game.
From
Spider-Man.
the company that brought you such great video games as the Lego franchise, the Harry Potter video games, Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, and other Warner Brother titles, comes the subsidiary company
Middle Earth,
Portkey
Shadow of Loot
Games.
Boxes.
Shadow of Loot Boxes.
Loot Box of War.
Loot Box of War. No, Portkey Games. Warner Brothers announced that Portkey Games is going to be an interactive entertainment company that's a subsidiary of them that solely focuses on producing Harry Potter content. Which means that there's going to be a lot of new mobile games and console games. So not just, new mobile games, like actual console games set in the Harry Potter world, or the Wizarding world, rather. Coming soon, TM. But first up on that list is effectively, and I'm looking for the working title, Harry Potter Wizards Unite,
Joe,
otherwise
did you
known
see
as
the,
Harry
did you
Potter
see the
Go.
tagline?
Harry Potter Go!
Harry Potter Go! From the company that brought you Pokemon Go, Niantic is working with Portkey Games to bring you a Harry Potter AR video game set in the
Why?
real world.
But why though? Like, why?
See, here's the thing. It was all the rage when Pokemon Go came out. You know that week that Pokemon Go was popular? Like, everybody was like, what if we had a Harry Potter one?
month. It was like a month.
Okay, so for the solid month...
No,
that
hold on,
Pokemon
wait.
Go was
First of all, I just want to point out, I'm not trying to knock Pokemon Go here. My sister still plays it all the time
Oh no! It's
as a
still
casual
very popular
phone
game.
gamer.
It's a very popular game among its audience.
But
there's
the
a
hype
very
died hard. And
yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people aren't playing it. The hype did die fast, but it still has a very active community.
yeah,
And I think
So-
it probably would have lasted longer if it weren't for the fact that Mary liked it. If it weren't for the fact that Niantic was just really quiet about a lot of the issues
Yeah.
that started
Yeah.
out. And I think it's because I think it's mostly because they weren't like really big before Pokemon Go hit, so I don't think that they were equipped to deal
Yeah.
with all the feedback that they were getting flooding in, especially with something as popular as Pokemon. I mean, that was a really big franchise to just sort of like hop into. And
Unlike
you know,
your second real game,
right.
like it.
Especially because
Yeah.
people were so hyped for Pokemon Go. They built it up so much. You know, and then to just be like, all right, well, tracker doesn't work. Sorry. And we're like, are you working on a patch? And they're like, maybe.
Are you working on a patch? We've removed the tracker entirely.
Yes or no? God, give us an
Problem solved.
answer.
We just took the tracker out now. It shouldn't not work anymore.
They just took out the track. First of all, I didn't
Even
understand
still,
how
to
that
this
tracker
day,
worked
the tracker
anyway.
is still gone.
Like, I didn't.
I think they brought it back.
They brought back
There
some
is
form
a
of it.
system in the game
I
where
think-
it's
I think
like,
it's
if
back.
you want to find this one Pokemon, it's at this one Pokestop.
Oh yeah, that's what they do now. They have like the
something.
what Pokemon are near what Pokestop. To be fair, I didn't understand the original tracker system anyway, because it was like if it's I never
one
understood. Is it
No
if
one
it was
did.
3 feet away, then they were far away from you, and 1 foot was close, or was it 1 foot and you were far away from them?
Who knows?
It was just a bad system all around, and it didn't make sense. But point being, now they're going to make a Harry Potter game, which can only
Yeah.
go well.
So, I mean, there's literally no other news other than that they're going to do this. I mean, the website is up, Harry Potter Wizards Unite. You can sign up now.
I already did.
did.
I did.
Janky, for as much shit talking as you're doing, you signed up pretty damn fast.
I'm not shit talking. I'm being honest. I'm sharing my honest opinion. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna like try it and see what it's about. I'm just saying, based on how Pokemon Go went, I feel like the launch for this thing is going to be pretty shaky.
True, but as far as like trying to figure out what the content of Wizards Unite is going to be, some people have speculated things like a Fantastic Beasts somewhere to find them equivalent, or
Well-
some people have thought of it as a wizard dueling thing. Like, you know, you're walking down the street, you find a wizard, you duel them, whatever, you know, gain points for your house or whatever.
Well, if
But,
you
know,
look
I'm
if you look at their website, the description that they currently have on their website is explore real-world neighborhoods and cities to discover mysterious artifacts, learn to cast spells, and encounter legendary beasts and iconic characters along the way. So, I mean, it's pretty general. It doesn't really give you, like, a good idea of what they're doing with it. It's just sort of like, ooh, everyone be hyped because we got all this nonsense. So, that's kind of where it is right now.
However, going back to Portkey Games and everything, like, I know there's the concern that, you know, any future Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World game is going to be a loot
Scratch
box
at the kitty.
extravaganza, like,
Scratch the pop concert kitty. I'm sorry, Noah. I don't mean to interrupt you in your
was
stream.
the-
It was the quotes. Okay, sorry. Now, concerns over
Harry Potter and the half-price loot box?
yes, Harry Potter and the Order of the Loot Box
Harry
I
Potter
love it.
and the prisoner of loot boxes.
in the
It's
loot box
too
of
good.
Azkaban.
It's too
Harry
good.
Potter and the Chamber of Loot Boxes.
Harry Potter and the loot box of secrets.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Loot Box.
Yep.
Harry Potter.
Spoiler alert! It doesn't have the stone in it. The drop rate isn't high.
Drop rate on the
rate
stone
isn't
is
high at
very low.
No, but I mean, like,
I hear that Quirrell opened like 49 and couldn't find a single one. Then fucking Harry Potter comes along, opens one, and
Opens
gets
the
the
This is
last
first
stone.
loot box.
Oh god, it fits too well. It's too
no,
good.
but I mean, like, with Portkey Games, like, I'm excited at the very least. Me and Janky had this huge debate on whether they video games were actually good, and we'll circle back around to that in a minute. But like, I'm excited for like any of the new content, like a Fantastic Beasts game. I mean, currently the only Fantastic Beasts game that exists is the Lego Dimensions expansion, which I still have yet to get because it's like $50.
It's a big one.
It's a big one because it comes with a full set that you put on top of the thing and everything.
Yeah.
know, it's equal part Lego set and video game. So that's why the high sticker price. But no, I'd love to see a Fantastic Beasts video game or a a game centered around the history of Ilvermorny or like a Harry Potter MMO. You know?
That'd be cool. I mean, I think a Harry Potter MMO would definitely be, because if current trends, and I'm going to take a guess here and say that Warner Brothers is probably going to go with current trends. Current trend being online games as a service. So if they want to do that, then I feel like that's absolutely where they would take Harry Potter. Like, big open world online, everyone's there. Buy galleons
as a service.
Buy galleons and spend them all at Diagon Alley for sweet pets and upgrades to get better wands and nonsense.
I would totally
And loot
get Ron
boxes.
Weasley.
And
I would get
What would be the wizard crackers? That's what it would be. It wouldn't be loot boxes. They would call them wizard crackers.
Hand-me-down system.
That's what it is. That's how we do it. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you every time.
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. So just kind of like to gloss over our conversation from last night. Me and Jenky were talking about like.
Well, okay.
which of
First
the
of all, I want to clarify
Harry Potter
something
games were good.
before we get into the Harry Potter games. I want to clarify part of our conversation, which was I wasn't not hype for Wizards Unite. It was that Polygon was like Harry Potter, which translates perfectly into Pokemon Go, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Pokemon has historically been about collecting monsters. That's great for a mobile app.
That's exactly what they do in Harry Potter too, right?
Yeah, nothing about Harry Potter is that.
That's all it is. What?
Like,
Yeah.
you don't go around collecting Fantastic Beasts. That's not the central
What?
premise of Harry Potter.
That's
Shocking.
not the central premise of all of Harry Potter.
But anyway,
You throw down your suitcase,
I
you
feel-
shove them in there, and
I feel lied to.
so we circle back around to the games themselves.
I just noticed that your topic is titled "Warner Brothers is the worst."
Yep. It's been that for a while.
Yeah. But no, the Harry Potter games, we were kind of discussing, which ones were good and which ones weren't. And we came to the kind of the conclusion that like 2, 3, and 5, I'm looping in 6 were the best games.
I can't talk to 6. I didn't play 6.
I haven't
6
played any of them.
6 on Wii was awful. 6 on PlayStation 3, better. Much better. Because I bought a lot of games for the Wii, because it's like, it'll be fun to use the Wii remote as, a wand or a lightsaber.
Yeah.
When in actuality, you're just sitting there going,
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
you're
just sitting on the couch waving your hand around. That's
yeah.
all. But
It's
It got better when they added the Wii Motion Plus.
yeah,
Yeah.
but even then, like... I never
Skyward
got the
Sword
motion
had good
plus.
sword controls.
look, yeah, like, here's the thing, though. It's totally a matter of preference, because if you wanted to, you didn't have to just sit on the couch and swing your arm around. You could have totally been into it, which is exactly what I did with Skyward Sword. I was hype. I was into every fight. I was just like dancing
thing with-
around my living room.
Yeah, the thing with Skyward Sword, though, was it had one-to-one controls. Like, as you moved, so did the sword.
Yeah,
Where
that's true.
all those older Wii games were just, the controller shook. Do a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Which kind of sucked with the Harry Potter games, only because you had to be like precise with the controls in order to cast the spells, or else it didn't know what spell you were casting. It's like,
Yeah, like, I got stuck feeding Thestrals because I couldn't use Wingardium Leviosa properly, which, like, pissed me off to no end. So I never finished it on Wii. I think I traded it so I could get it on PlayStation 3.
I played it on Wii.
And then eventually beat the game. And like I said, I think 6 was all right. I need to replay like all of them because this argument has made me want to. But like I feel the first one was, a good game. It's a product of its time. It's dated, yeah, but whatever. The second game, good on like PlayStation 2. Me and Jenky had a discussion on which consoles it was actually good on.
Yeah.
In
Well,
my-
because
in my
I
personal opinion, the PC games were the worst.
I never played any.
didn't
of them.
even
I
realize there
really-
were PC versions of those games.
Oh yeah, there were PC. My aunt bought all of them on PC,
Oh.
and I had all of them on
gotcha.
PlayStation, and then we traded, and then it was just
Well, no, what I said was I didn't like the original PlayStation version of the Chamber of Secrets. And I didn't like the Sorcerer's Stone was okay, but my argument was that there was stuff in the late game that had like no lead in in the main game. And it was just like that's not how you design a game. You gotta build skills. You can't just be like, here's a new thing.
Damn it.
Because what I was saying last night, which it's like, okay, so whenever you fight the Devil Snare, right, it uses the same spell mechanics that you've been learning the entire game. And whenever you catch the Silver Key, it uses the same mechanics that you used in Quidditch. Whenever you have to sneak through the troll room, you have to use the same mechanics that you used to sneak by the trolls in the dungeon earlier in the game. Like every other challenge in that section tied to something that you already tried and had experience with. But freaking wizard chess is like nothing else in that game. It's just like, here's a mini game. Enjoy. Figure out how to do this. And it was like, okay, sure.
Good luck.
But it was just like yeah, it was a why question to me. And
Yeah.
because that just frustrated the crap out of me. That and the final boss, whenever you had to fight Quirrell, that fight frustrated the crap out of me too, because I felt like
yeah. That
it wasn't
final
clear
boss
what you had to do.
sucks.
But no, I mean it was okay. I didn't hate the game or anything. And the other thing I was saying was I just didn't like Chamber of Secrets on the PlayStation because if you beat the game but don't 100% it, you just get stuck in the common room and you can never finish the game. And it's like, why did you
That's-
make that the
that's-
thing?
That's bad design.
Yeah,
And then GameCube, you didn't have free reign of the ground.
which I was cool with. I did like it.
PlayStation 2 was the definitive version of that game.
Which one?
PlayStation 2 was the definitive version of that game.
Oh yeah, because you could free roam the grounds. It was much cooler.
Yeah.
But in the third Harry Potter
Perfect game. No
yeah,
arguments.
okay, hold on, hold up. But you
Of
could
course, Jakey,
you
I
could
didn't
free roam the grounds, which I really enjoyed because honestly, the fifth game was the best game for me. Only because it was finally like the Harry Potter game I actually wanted. You could go anywhere in Hogwarts. There were lots of secrets to find. It was cool. It was really awesome. You could play wizard chess against the champions. You could play gobstones. I mean, it really felt free to like do whatever you felt like doing, which was nice. And it
I
felt
thought
like a
you
big
hated
open
Wizard's
world.
chess.
I forgot a game.
It's fine if it's actually chess.
I know.
Like that version
know.
was actually chess. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Noah?
I forgot a game. There's actually 9 Harry Potter games. Harry
What?
Potter Quidditch World Cup.
I'm sorry. Is it? Hold on. Check with the chat. Is the volume really loud? I
It's
don't.
pretty loud.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty loud.
My volume is loud.
You and everyone else.
Just everything.
Okay, I can turn it down a little.
Yeah.
No, it's actually mostly you.
Oh,
Me?
Mostly you. Mostly you.
I'll back away.
Only when you shriek.
only when you shriek. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to Noah? Anyway,
I'm
the point
reading
being,
chat.
yeah, no.
reading
I'm
chat.
asking. I'm asking chat. I'm asking chat.
Only
Who
when
the
we get
problem
loud.
child is?
Who's shrieking? Who's
Anyway.
the problem child?
Um.
Who's getting their title changed to problem child? Pop
Anyway,
culture kid.
no.
I knew it.
Keep going. What were you saying about 9 Harry Potter games?
Yeah, there
Quidditch
was
World
technically
Cup.
9 Harry Potter games. Quidditch World Cup. Great game. No
Everyone's
complaints.
favorite.
Hmm.
Everyone's favorite Harry Potter game.
Quidditch World Cup. It's the best.
Oh, you're constantly peeking my. Well,
That's probably for me.
Yeah, that's you. I don't peek my mic.
I'll just back
Yeah.
away from my mic a little.
I've
And that
never
will fix
peeked.
I
the
mean,
mic
I'm
in
close
life.
to my mic, but my sensitivity is down.
I'm just like eating my microphone. That's all.
You also don't face your microphone, Noah.
Yeah, I face this way because it catches. Well, that was wrong.
Pong. It catches,
Yeah, I forgot that.
catches my hand when I smack it.
I forgot Quidditch World Cup existed. So
Yeah.
that's where that game sits. I forgot
Yeah.
that it existed.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
everyone did. But anyways, at least we can all agree that Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 were the absolute worst games, and that they were first-person
I didn't
Harry
play 'em.
Potter shooter games.
Ew.
Yeah.
No one wanted that.
Well, actually, they weren't first-person. They were like third-person, like right off the shoulder type.
Okay, right
deal.
over the shoulder like Gears of War.
Yeah, over the shoulder like Gears of War, and it was awful. It
Got it.
sucked.
No, what? No, that's everyone's favorites.
Circling back around to Prisoner of Azkaban. My problem with
Is
that
there more
game.
to say on this?
No, my problem with
Oh
that
yeah,
game
Mickey has a problem with Prisoner of Azkaban. Go on.
is at the end, like, you hit a point in that game where you no longer have, like, the option to go back and find things. Like, pretty much after the final Quidditch game,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, you don't
Is
get a
there a
chance to
warning?
free explore. Not really. I mean, you just learn where it is, and then you, like, make a save right before it happens.
Yeah, you gotta like
But-
they gotta warn you of that stuff.
Yeah.
One thing Final Fantasy 15 probably did too much. Like, hey,
Kingdom Hearts
you
1
won't be able
had
to
to
come
go
back for a while.
Kingdom Hearts 1 had the best one, which is, you know, what was it? Last Hope or Final Resting Place or what
Yeah.
what's the
Oh
name of
yeah, no,
save
the
spot?
last save point in the game is literally called Final Rest.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I guess I better save here.
I guess I save here and
Like, it's fine. Like, I don't mind if it goes from, like, an open world to a linear thing, if that's, like, the end of the game. But I'm just like,
yeah.
can you maybe give me
Yeah.
some heads up so I can go back and collect all the stuff I'm missing?
I need to
like,
get all
let me
those
know.
Birdie Bots every flavored beans to trade with Fred and George for, you know, Quidditch cards.
Yeah, get that good stuff. Anyway,
Gotta get that good stuff.
you gotta get that
I
good
need
stuff.
all the Chudley Cannon cards.
What is our next news topic?
I don't know. Whatever's next on the list.
There's
I
Take
mean,
Two our
we
dick
started at
bags.
the bottom of the list. That's
We
the
started from the
problem.
bottom, now we're here.
We did start from the bottom, now we're here.
There's
You already
Take Two
talked
our
about
dick
Disney,
bags.
right?
What did Take Two
The
do?
Well,
Disney
no,
Fox
not
thing?
yet. No, we didn't talk about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Oh.
Take Two is just saying that recurrent consumer spending is the way of the future.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, not news, but like,
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
that's not really news because, I
Not really
mean, Take
news.
Two is, like,
They've been doing
the
that for a while.
prime
anyway.
example of how to,
games as a service.
yeah,
Games as a service, yeah.
how to do games as a service.
All right,
They're the
moving
worst.
on with our lives.
Moving on with
that
our
was
lives.
quick.
Disney and
We're
Fox.
done. And how there's nothing there.
There's nothing there, but maybe there was something there. Maybe something there that wasn't there before.
God, I
All
knew
right,
you were
give-
going for it. I was going to head you
give us
off,
your
and then
hypothetical.
you kept going.
I
All
went
right.
down that rabbit hole anyways.
right,
Give us the
fine.
hypothetical.
We're here now. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. Disney
Well,
and
this might
Fox,
be
and this
news
deal
to-
that
this-
doesn't happen.
This might be news to some people, but Disney was looking to buy Fox. Conversation is over now, and nothing happened. There's the potential that the deal could come back. They could increase their bidding price. You know, anything's possible. I mean, Disney bought Star Wars, for crying out loud. I mean, literally, who saw that coming 5-6 years ago? However long it's been, 2012.
When was the last time Lucas made a good movie?
Well, but still,
I mean-
like Disney buying Star Wars
When
as
did it-
like
when
the
did,
whole entity.
Yeah, but they always.
What year
had
was
Star
Return of the
Wars.
Jedi?
Yeah, what year was Return of the Jedi? No, but so Disney was looking to buy Fox, and like a lot of people are saying it's good, it's bad. I'm kind of in the middle here. Sorry. I'm kind of in the middle here because, like, as much as I want Fox to remain its own individual things, if Disney was able to purchase just like very specific properties, like
Get
the
Marvel?
Marvel properties,
Just
get
get
Marvel back,
Marvel all together.
Marvel back. But here's
That's
the other
honestly
thing:
it, yeah.
is that when Lucas signed over the rights to Disney, he still left the original trilogy rights with Fox. Fox still technically owns the distribution rights to the original trilogy of Star Wars.
I thought they only.
Which is-
I thought they only still had the distribution rights to A New
Yeah,
Hope.
I thought it was only A New Hope. Also,
I'm not sure if it's just A New Hope or
I
all
think it was
three of the
just A
prequels,
New
or
Hope.
all three of the original.
Which, quite
trilogy.
frankly, is hilarious because I pictured Disney like personified as like is like the collector, just like the collector from Marvel Comics, just like I have to have this set.
Yeah,
glory.
I'm missing that one. I want it.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! But it would be really cool for them to have X-Men back too, just because they would.
And Fantastic
Be able to-
Four. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
so that way
right.
that
Fox
last
has Fantastic Four.
movie never happens again.
Fox has ruined Fantastic
That was
Four.
awful. That was on the board. Awful. Bad decisions all around. Bad Fox. Bad Fox.
Bad Fox. Look, Fox has never known what to do with superhero movies. What superhero movies have they made?
Hang on. They made the entire X-Men franchise.
Yeah,
which,
and like okay,
granted,
hold on.
has been hit and miss.
Yeah, there was
on.
like
It's
X-Men
been
1,
hit and
X-Men
miss.
2. There was X-Men 1, there was X-Men 2. There was a whole bunch of crap. And then they made like
X-Men
X-
First Class.
X-Men First Class,
The Wolverine.
I heard, yeah, the
which was
Wolverine
after
was
X-Men
good.
First Class. I'm
The
saying
Wolverine
they
was
got
better.
back
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the horse
everything-
after X-Men First
Everything,
Class.
everything between X2 and First Class was crap.
Yeah.
Then
But
you had First Class.
So
Days of Future-
yeah, they've been hit and miss with X-Men, but for the most part, and they got Deadpool. Deadpool was right on the money. And
Yeah.
Logan was kick-ass.
Logan. Oh,
Yeah. All right,
I mean,
fair enough.
frickin' tear my
Logan
heart
was so
out
good.
or impale it on a spike, whichever happens
both.
first. Or both.
I think
But anyways.
I think Runaways will be really cool though. That new show that they're doing
Oh,
based
yeah.
on the X-Men. That actually looks really cool. And are they working on another show based on X-Men, or is that ABC? Because ABC's owned by Disney. But they were working on that one. It was based on the mutant who has like the powers, who has like split personality, and like every personality has its own power. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I'm not.
Someone help me.
I can't. Legion.
Oh, the Gifted.
Legion. Yeah, because
Oh,
they were
yeah,
doing
that
that TV series on
That's
Legion.
also Fox.
Did
That's
that?
also Fox.
Okay. Did that start yet, or that like did they give up on it, or?
Think so. I never
What's going on
watched
with
it.
that?
I think I think it came out.
Oh, okay.
The only
Because it
the
looked
only
really hype,
Marvel
and then I
TV
just heard
show
nothing from it.
watched is Shield.
It is a cool character. I totally agree, but I don't think they ever ended up really doing anything with it. Like
No,
they
no, they definitely did.
Because, well, I just remember that they had, like, a lot of really hype commercials for it, and then it was just, like, nothing. Like, no catch the next episode of this or anything like that. It was just, like, whatevs. But
But
I like TV
So, like,
superheroes.
going back to
Flash
the
is dope.
what if Disney bought Fox, like I feel like that would be bad because even though monopolies don't exist, I keep doing air quotes this episode.
Real quick.
Scratch it
Legion,
to kitty.
it looks like they finished their first season. 12 episodes.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Did they renew it for a second season?
Yeah, it's renewed for a second season.
Just
Did it
under the
fly
radar
under
then.
the
All right.
radar?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I heard a lot of people saying good things about it.
I just never. I guess I really don't watch that much TV anymore, so that
Yeah,
probably
it's
didn't
on.
help.
It's
but-
on it's on FX. That's probably why.
Oh,
FX,
that too.
That's the movies. FX.
Anyway.
They have 3 movies that they show over and over.
3 movies and no money.
That's like how
That's right.
ABC Family is just movies. It's just like Mary Poppins and Sound of Music reruns
And Harry Potter every weekend.
and Harry Potter every weekend. It's so true.
Yeah. But no, so I don't want Disney to own all of Fox. I would like it if they bought at least the
could get-
distribution rights to New Hope and
If
maybe
they can at least get their own stuff back together, like, okay, now we have all of Star Wars and we have all of Marvel.
Yeah.
Now we're
I mean,
good.
Columbia's still the holdout, being the dickbags of, we're gonna let you pay us to do Spider-Man, but we're also gonna screw you by doing Venom.
We're gonna do our own Spider-Man universe just without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like, we're going to do a Sinister Six movie, but it won't have Spider-Man. It's like, what?
Yeah.
How do you do?
But
Okay.
How do you do
I
just
mean,
a
you
villain
can-
movie?
You can certainly try.
But the only reason I want Disney to buy
Suicide Squad.
exclusively
That's how.
like the specific pieces of
Let's open that can of worms.
of their properties back is so that we could finally have like the original Star Wars without all the CG extra bullshit that Lucas put in as, you know.
Or you know, we could have the Fantastic Four in the
That too.
MCU. They're such important characters in the MCU. Not
Well,
the
they were
MCU,
like-
just the Marvel universe.
They
And
were
they're just
honestly
not
one
there.
that they were like one of Stanley's original superhero teams too.
I know.
Was the Fantastic Four.
I know.
And so to not have them involved at all is hilarious.
It's weird. It's
like-
weird that they're not there.
Like how in Civil War, Fantastic Four was a huge part of the comic
Mm-hmm.
book Civil War. Actually, so was Daredevil. But so it's like
even Infinity War, that stuff.
oh yeah.
Fantastic Four are super important to that in the comic.
And and Wolverine
And
as being, like-
Ultron.
yeah.
Like Reed Richards helped make Ultron in the comics.
But no, it's fine. Well, because Ant-Man made Ultron in the comics.
Right. Reed Richards had something to do with it though. The Fantastic Four were
No,
very
I
important.
think
to the
I think he
Ultron
helped him build it. But no, yeah, that makes
And
me
it
laugh
was-
too.
it
It's
was-
just like
it was big.
Iron Man built Ultron. I'm like, no, Ant-Man built Ultron.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna have Scott Lang make Ultron.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't
They're
Scott
not
Lang.
using-
It was original Ant-Man.
Pym.
It was
It was
OG.
Pym.
Yeah, it was Pym.
Yeah, but Pym isn't Ant-Man in this.
Yeah.
He was Ant-Man. That was the coolest part of Ant-Man. I was like, yeah, we have the original Ant-Man. You're gonna be Scott Lang's Ant-Man for the
Yeah.
actual thing.
We have the original. We're going to temporarily acknowledge and then ignore him and move on.
Well, no, he's still like the mentor. He's still
Yeah.
part of it.
He's the
He's just
crazy
a-
old mentor.
He's just not like Ant-Man. He's
Yeah.
just too old for this.
I'm getting too old for this.
But yeah, basically, I just want like a HD re-release of the un-CGified, un-Lucasified.
Okay, what about
Star Wars
would
Episode
you
4.
Oh no, wait, that scene just wasn't in the original movie. Never mind, it was a good scene anyway. I was saying, what about the Jabba the Hutt scene where Jabba's just a dude?
Well, yeah, that was originally
That
shot,
was actually
then
that was
deleted.
it was a cut scene, so yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way they did that though. How they just like digitally move Harrison Ford up when he's behind him, and then move it back down. It's so funny. Oh my
You
gosh!
think I had a choice?
Yeah, he was like,
And
Great.
and we will finally have the definitive. Han didn't shoot first. Han was the only one that shot.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Just yeah.
Because
You mean- you mean-
the argument isn't who shot first. It was Han shot Greedo dead on the spot.
Yeah.
Greedo didn't shoot. Greedo didn't have time to shoot.
Greedo
Well, you
like barely
Han
reached for
didn't
his
move
head.
his head in a completely
Yeah.
inhuman manner.
Yeah.
At the
Like-
Just
speed
like
of
just like glitched to the side a little.
yeah, I mean, like his whole body is moving. So it just goes like,
It's like, yeah, no. He definitely shot second. I'm like, you're ruining your own character art, Lucas.
Yeah.
Like his
But
character
because
arc
Han-
is that he's like a terrible person to begin with, out
Yeah,
for himself,
and I
and
get
then he
that-
becomes a better person.
Yeah, but I get that Lucas didn't necessarily want him to be a cold killer, but at the same time, it's
He
like
wasn't a cold-blooded killer. He was a smuggler who was defending himself.
realistically though,
Yeah,
Greedo was
exactly.
still going to do something. Han just
also
did it before Greedo had the chance.
even if the Jabba the Hutt scene hadn't been cut, it totally devalues Greedo's scene. Because what is Greedo there for? He's there to tell Han that Jabba's got a bounty on him, and
Yeah.
he's here to collect it.
Oh, yeah,
then you
yeah.
have Jabba actually there.
Then Jabba just shows
Not
up
like-
afterward.
And Jabba's just there. He doesn't try to arrest Han or detain Han. He's like, Han, where's my money?
Actually, he's like, oh, yeah, Havada.
Well, no,
And then
in the
there's a
original
little
scene, it was just a
translation.
Han
dude who
was,
spoke.
Jabba was a dude. Jabba was a
He was
dude.
just a
with
guy.
furry
He had like a
helmet.
big beard. He was a big fat guy. He was like, Han, yeah.
But yeah, so it's like it totally devalues the Greedo either way. And now that they put it back in with Seiji Java and
Oh, Tabunchi.
Actually, since we're already down this rabbit hole, let's talk about the fact that Han never saw Leia wearing that slave girl costume.
yeah,
He was blind the entire time.
It's true.
There's this great animation that like makes that joke. At the end, they're like driving away, and Han is sitting there still like blind. He's just like, hope I'm not missing the sights or anything. And there's Leia just like leaning against the rail, still wearing it. It's like, hope there's nothing worth seeing. It'll be fine.
instead of
Really
a big
missing
dark
those
one, I see
sights,
a big light blow.
But it's just desert, so it's fine. And it just goes on like that for like a minute. Just like, that's hilarious. It's the same conversation as how Indiana Jones is completely inconsequential to the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's
Shut
true.
your mouth.
It's
That
true.
is not an argument. That is not an argument. That is not a thing.
Of course it is. Like,
All right.
it's not that
We're
he's not
not
inconsequential.
addressing it.
It's not that.
We
Hold on.
got too much news to dive down this hole.
No, we're covering this just for a hot second because I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say yes, the movie wouldn't exist if Indiana Jones didn't exist because he's the main focus of the movie, but that plot still would have worked out the same regardless of whether he was there or not. Like, even if we weren't watching the movie, the Nazis still would have found the Ark,
I know an
destroyed
exact point
themselves.
in which Indiana Jones is crucial because they wouldn't have. Shit.
Go on.
No, I'm getting there. Hang on. Can we just argue about the U-boat and just call it
All
a
right.
day?
All right.
No,
we're moving
all
on.
right, we're moving on. All right. Shall we dive into BlizzCon now? I think we've
Yeah,
waited
we-
long enough.
We can kind of skip everything else on the list. None of
Yeah,
it's
that's
too
fine.
important.
All right,
All right. So BlizzCon.
get into it.
Start at the
It's
top.
God.
BlizzCon.
StarCraft 2 is now free to play. You can play the whole Wings of Liberty campaign as well as the online ladder for free.
So did you ever
If you
play?
owned Wings of Liberty, you got Heart of the Swarm.
That's right. So did you? Oh, first of all, in case you're unaware of BlizzCon, BlizzCon is Blizzard's annual convention. So they've held it for 7 years, 5 years. 7
They've
years?
held it for Joe. No,
11.
they've
This
just
is
held
the
it for
11th
Joe.
year.
Oh, 11 years. Okay, I
This one goes to 11.
wildly miscalculated. So they've been holding it for 11 years, and it's really awesome. They just announced a whole bunch of nonsense.
Do you like Blizzard? Do you like Blizzard games? Do you like Blizzard stuff?
BlizzCon.
BlizzCon is the place for
And
you.
real quick, you know what wasn't at BlizzCon at all?
Diablo, the Lost
Blizzard?
Vikings,
That
Dairy Queen.
Go Go
those-
Racers.
Okay.
Inspector Gadget.
You mean
Go-
Rock and Roll Racers.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Racers.
Okay, first of all, Lost Vikings, we'll get there. There was a little bit of Lost Vikings.
I'm sorry. Did Lost Vikings come up at some point?
I mean, we'll get there. It's part of the
Alright.
Overwatch news. But yeah, in a way they did.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Slightly less than Diablo, but what got no mention really, Destiny 2. In fact, they've also, this is just big news for me because I've been fearing Destiny coming into Heroes of the Storm, but Blizzard basically confirmed it won't be because it's not a Blizzard game.
Yeah.
It's just on their platform.
I mean,
It's a
yeah.
Bungie game.
Bungie.
I didn't really think that they would bring up Destiny.
I didn't
At
think they
BlizzCon?
would either, but I was also scared.
I was just the only reason that I thought they might bring it up is just because it's on BattleNet. But other than that, I wasn't really seeing them.
It got passing mention in the opening ceremony when it's like, all right, who's here from the Alliance? And people are cheering. Who's here from the Horde? People are cheering. Going through Terran, Zerg, Protoss. Going through everything. Heroes of Sanctuary. Heroes of Overwatch. Heroes of the Storm. And then at the end, it's like, we also added Destiny 2, so do we have any Guardians out there? And you hear like three guys go like, yeah! they were like, it was like the smallest amount of people. They were like, yeah!
That was great.
Anyway, So yeah, that was just the opening ceremony, which is when they made all the big announcements. I'm sure most people have heard them by now, but
I gotcha.
StarCraft 2 is free to play. We should play it sometime.
Oh, and if we get StarCraft 2, we can also play TB's mod that I
Axiom,
don't
the
remember the
Axiom
name
mod.
of. Axiom.
Well,
yeah.
you could do that was already free because you could already do the arcade stuff free.
Well, oh,
That,
thought
you
you-
could
I thought
already
you-
do that for free.
I thought you had to have the game in order to play
Nope.
the mod of it. My bad.
No, that stuff was free. Now they're just making the campaign free, and you can play ladder for free.
Cool. Well, we could play some StarCraft 2 sometime then. I still
could
feel
try it.
like I would be terrible at that game because I'm not really good at like real-time strategy
Oh,
games, and
hard.
that game's
I'm bad
like
at- I know
involved.
I'm bad at it. It is, yeah, it is bad. No, it's a great game. I'm bad. I'm bad at it. It's a great game.
Great game.
Heroes
game,
of the
Brent.
Storm. Heroes of the Storm. They're having a pretty big update to like just a lot of the stuff in the game. They're pulling the camera out. They're totally changing how stealth works. So it's no longer like an eye tester. It's like, oh yeah, no, there's the shimmer. I just saw it. Now it's going to be pretty clear for a stealth person. Like it'll just be an outline, but a clear one people can see. You still can't target them. You'll have to hit them with a skill shot. And if they're not moving, they're totally invisible. Like no
Okay.
shimmer, no anything.
I don't
They're
really.
tweaking
I don't think I ever played a character that had stealth. So
Yeah, but we've played against them sometimes. So
yeah, stupid Nova who would just stealth in, create 5
Exactly.
clones of herself, shoot you, and then run out.
Yep.
The worst.
Anyway, what people really care about are the new heroes, though, which we got announced. Alexstrasza, the Lifebinder from World of Warcraft, the first dragon aspect. Queen of Dragons. She's great. She's going to be a healer. And then they're adding Hanzo.
Great.
Hanzo Shimada.
I'm glad that they're really showing that Diablo love.
Yeah.
Diablo.
That
We'll get to
love
the
for that
Diablo
Diablo
love.
game.
They added Malthael like 4
Until
months ago.
until
It's
they
fine.
add Deckard Cain, I will not be satisfied.
Sit a while and listen.
I want Deckard Cain in Heroes of the
My
Storm.
niece is located
We all
Diablo.
want Deckard Cain in Diablo.
I
or
want
in
him
Heroes of the
to
Storm.
have to use his own life bar to heal other people.
Alexstrasza does that actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She can also turn into a dragon.
Is that like her ultimate, or she can just like do that?
That's her trait. I don't know if it's on a timer or if she can just do it, but I don't.
Like
I don't know.
how Medivh turns into a raven and can just like fly anywhere he
Yeah.
feels like.
Well, that's his mount though. This is different. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
his
know the
mount
details of how
is
she
flying
works.
into a raven?
His mount is turning into a raven.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just like a skill that Medivh had, was turning into a
Well,
raven.
it is. It is a skill he like. It replaces the mount skill for him.
Well, yeah, but I thought it
Yeah.
actually did something for him being a raven.
It does some things. Like, you can upgrade it and do some things. It's weird.
Mm. It's weird. It's fine.
Yeah. Heroes of the Storm.
Are they adding any new maps to Heroes of the Storm?
They haven't announced any, but they just had Volskaya come out.
Oh, that's right.
They doubled their number of maps since they've doubled the number of maps in the game since launch.
What is Volskaya about? Because I don't think we've played on that yet.
I have. It's so the gimmick on it is every now and then you'll get these points you need to go and control, like in Overwatch.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, because
And if you
Volskaya is
control
a
it-
control point.
Yeah, just like Hanamura is a payload map. No, but if you control the point for long enough, you will get a mech. It's like a 2-seater mech,
Gotcha.
straight out of Pacific Rim, and you can use that to push the base. It's fun.
I dig it.
What else was there? Oh, they're changing the way maps work, so like turrets won't have ammo anymore. They'll just
Oh
have
wait, is it like
unlimited
a
ammo.
Titan mech? Sorry, it just like hit
Yeah.
me what you said, and I
Yeah,
was just like,
it's
is it a Titan?
It's like the Titan. It's the Titan mechs from the actual map. It's
Oh,
super
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun map. There are some cool new changes they're doing. That's really it for Heroes of the Storm. There's a lot of game like stuff that isn't that interesting.
I did
if you're
hear a
not really playing
thing
it.
that they were kind of focusing more on like, what do I want to say? a smaller audience, like a smaller, more passionate audience for Heroes of the Storm, as opposed to trying to go for like wide mass MOBA appeal. Which I mean, I think that was kind of like Heroes of the Storm anyway. Was sort of like,
I never
look,
heard that, but it makes sense.
I feel like Heroes of the Storm is like the goofiest MOBA, right? It's just kind of like you go in, every map has a gimmick. Like I don't really think that there's
It's-
a meta to Heroes of the Storm.
Most
You're
fun
just kind of
MOBA.
like, whatever.
There is a meta. You just refuse to learn anything about it.
Yep, I do.
Ooh.
I do.
I mean, the
That's
same
fine.
said for League, though. I mean, there's not like a meta of like this person goes to this lane, this person goes to this lane, but there is like a meta to the game that good players know. I don't know it either.
Look, I just play Sylvanas, and I
You just always play Sylvanas.
kick up a lane. That's what I do.
All
That's my ability.
Hearthstone announced their new expansion,
Right.
Whoa.
Kobolds and Catacombs.
What exactly is entailed in an expansion for Hearthstone? Like, do they just add a whole bunch of like new?
They add new
Characters.
cards. They add
Okay.
new cards. Yeah, it's just like an
It's like a
expansion for
Magic
any
the
card.
Gathering expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just same thing. This is their last expansion for the Year of the Mammoth. And that's how they're doing. They're doing like Year of the blah blah blah, and that's going to be their years for Hearthstone, and that's just determines what's usable in ranked play
Gotcha.
or
Like
standard
in any
play.
card game.
Like in any, well, not Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's the weird one that's like everything's legal except this extensive banned list,
Yes.
like Magic the Gathering and most normal.
Yeah, most normal card game.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're going to
Blizzard
have
the
a.
Gathering.
They're also adding a new single-player mode called Dungeon Run, where you start with 10 cards and you have to defeat 8 bosses in a row with new cards added to your deck after each win.
Gross.
It's basically a Hearthstone roguelike, which sounds so fun. It's their most replayable experience ever.
I want a Commander gameplay. Something like
Oh,
Commander in
co-op?
Magic.
You want co-op?
Yeah.
I want co-op too. That's what I was hoping for the whole time. 'Cause I'm like, we're really going for that D&D feel with this expansion. I'm like, do I get to play with my friends now? And it's like, so we
Accept
created this
that.
we created this new game type called Dungeon Run. Dungeon Run, you say, where you go in there, it's a new single player experience. Oh, that was literally me while watching the opening ceremony. It's like,
Yeah.
single player.
What was
Oh,
the
wow.
one thing? Oh, no. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Gwent. Because they did an update. This is a while back now. It's like a few months ago. But they were releasing some patch notes for Gwent, and they're like, we're going to add a single player campaign. And I'm like, oh, you mean The Witcher 3? You mean the single player game that Gwent came from? That it spawned its own game?
They'll add like a single player little thing.
No,
you
yeah,
can do.
it's like a new
Like a
character,
story.
a different story. Like it's
And
set
you're
in the
gonna
world
play
of
it
The
through
Witcher,
the
and
cards.
yeah. But it just made me laugh because they're like,
Hearthstone.
people love it so
Hearthstone
much,
has
we're
done
going
the
to make
same.
a single player, and I'm just like, wait,
Hearthstone has done the same thing. They release, I don't know, I mean, they're not really doing it as much anymore, but they would release adventures where it'd be like, oh, you got to beat these bosses who have these different gimmicks, and you might have to build a different deck to beat the different bosses. And but then they kind of stopped doing that. And we're just going to do the expansions, and we'll add some kind of single player thing with each expansion. Because they were like alternating, like adventure, expansion, adventure, expansion.
Huh.
Now it's just like, we'll just release expansions and also have a single player adventure as part of it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
yeah,
I really like that. They started it with, well, they did it with Knights of the Frozen Throne. Hopefully they do it
But multiplayer.
other ones. Well, it has multiplayer, but co-op.
Yeah, co-op.
I would also like co-op. All right. I guess we can move on to the next big announcements, which is Overwatch, which I know
yes.
we all know and have opinions on.
Mama Hong.
So, okay, Overwatch. Let's start with
Mama Hong.
Blizzard World. The first big thing they announced, Blizzard
Mama
World.
Hong.
No, that
what are
wasn't.
you?
That was part.
What are you doing?
it was-
Stop it!
That was part of their archives patch or archives thing panel. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Blizzard World. It is the amusement park that's Blizzard themed. It's a Blizzard themed amusement park map
Not
located
a
in
real
Anaheim, California. Not a real one yet.
Yeah, it's not legit.
A real fake theme park.
Someone did ask
Where
at
you
the
took your
Overwatch What's
first
Next, like,
steps
hey, would you
in
make a real...
Azeroth,
Or, we're getting that,
where
right?
you
And they're like,
confronted the
well,
Lord
you gotta remember,
of Terra
Overwatch is set in the
himself,
future, so
where you spawned your
we've got a
first
few years yet. It's like, 'cause we could set up a Kickstarter for like $3 billion, and everyone's like, you'd probably get every dollar of it.
Pretty much. I'd chip in $10, $20.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got all the Blizzard games. Also, in the world of Overwatch, Overwatch was not a game Blizzard made.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the screen
Yeah.
changed.
Confirmed lore. Overwatch is not a Blizzard game in the Overwatch universe. So there's no Overwatch themed anything in Blizzard world.
Yeah.
I should hope not. That'd be
But there's
weird.
a StarCraft. That'd be weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll
Zergling
start the
Rush.
game. It's a hybrid map, so it's going to be
Sometime.
point control into payload. The
epic
point control is going to happen
memories
at the
can
gates of
only be
Stormwind,
made
where
in an epic
you'll
world.
just be fighting around in this kind of circular area. It's cool. It's set up like an arena. And you go through, from there, you'll move the payload through the
Your
StarCraft
adventure.
section.
Your community.
Hold on,
Called,
Joe,
like,
hold on.
Pylon Terrace.
No one can hear a word
What?
you're saying.
What happened? Oh, is it because of...
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to look. This is the first time I've used this screen, guys. So please bear with me while I figure out how to operate this. Okay, there we go.
Just mute
There we
the
go.
thing.
I muted it.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Anyway, okay, go ahead, Joe. I muted it.
Also,
We're all good.
All
also,
right.
before we get back to it, a certain user by name of Archmage would like to know if you are using that Jane Fonda spray, Joe.
Bill, I know that's you.
I was just saying a certain user. No one knows. Sure, but anyways, let's
Anyway,
continue.
yeah. So you'll start in the gates of Stormwind, where you'll capture the point. Then you'll move the payload through the Pylon Terrace, and from there the Lost Vikings make an appearance in the form of the Lost and Found
The
Vikings.
Lost and Found Vikings.
I love it.
Quality.
Spot on. Good job, Blizzard.
I mean, you'll push it through there, and then eventually you'll push it into I don't remember the name of the Diablo area. It's like the Black King's Reign or something. And you move it in there, and they're gonna have voice lines from different characters in these places to fill the park. And the sound is gonna be so cool. Like they even show in the trailer when it shows the Diablo area. You've got Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen to the fireworks. It's such an advertisement for an amusement park. I love it, and
So it makes
it's gonna
it
be a
good.
great map. It's gonna be a great map.
What about those
So
mashup skins?
Next year, that we were gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You're rushing. There was an order of operations, and that was the last thing. Now we have to cover it now, and I'm all out for sorts.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, with Blizzard World, they're also going to be releasing new skins that are going to be part of the standard loot box because they heard people being like, hey, we want more skins for the standard loot box. We don't just want all these event skins all the time. So we're getting Blizzard mashup skins in the form of Nova Widowmaker, which is great because we got Widowmaker Nova and Heroes of the Storm, so now it's repaying the favor. Getting Immortal Orisa, which is based on the Protoss from StarCraft. And we get Blackhand Doomfist, which is pretty great. He's like got this like orc look. He's got like the cool neck piece Blackhand wears.
Yeah.
We get Magni Bronzebeard Muradin. Torbjorn. Because in Heroes of the Storm,
Yeah.
Muradin Bronzebeard has a Magni Bronzebeard skin. He's
Right.
giving Magni out as skins to everyone. Magni Torbjorn. We'll also get what was the other one? Barbarian Zarya. So she's the barbarian from Diablo 3.
Right.
And Butcher Roadhog, which I'm really
Oh,
excited
that's right.
about.
Oh, but you
And it's
want
coming-
Stitches. You want Stitches.
I
Roadhog.
wanted Stitches Roadhog, but I'll take Butcher Roadhog because we still get the voice line from him of fresh meat.
It's quality.
And yeah. Oh, we forgot. I almost forgot to mention the Reinhardt short. Honor
Oh.
and Glory came out.
Oh, you mean this
sorry.
Reinhardt short? Yeah, that's right.
I don't want to cry today, Jank.
I mean, just make sure it's muted this time.
Hold
I don't wanna
on.
cry today.
I'm still figuring out how to use Preview Editor.
Anyway. So, yeah, the Reinhardt short came out. That's Blizzard World again.
All right, there we go. There we go. There's the Reinhardt short.
Anyway. So, yeah, the Reinhardt short, Honor and Glory, came out. Not much more to say than that, other than when Darren DePaul came out on stage, it was great, because he threw candy out to the audience. He was like, candy! Candy!
There's a lot to say. Like the fact that Torbjorn's daughter
No,
just chills with
no,
Reinhardt.
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I want people to enjoy it for themselves. Go watch it if you
Go
haven't.
watch the short.
Even if you have, go watch it again. Also, confirm that's Torbjorn's daughter.
Yeah. Torbjorn's daughter. Apparently, she grew up and just decided
Also-
to hang out with Reinhardt.
Because I told myself I was writing a note. I would like to take this time to thank Joe for watching hours of BlizzCon footage to prepare for today.
You're
So
welcome.
thank you, Joe.
That's
You're
true.
welcome.
Joe was the only one who bought a virtual ticket, and so
Yeah.
he's the only one who can speak
Wow,
to
way
it.
to say it in the most condescending way possible. Joe's the only one who bought a virtual ticket.
So awkward.
Moving on.
Anyway, Moira, new
Yes.
hero. She's a healer. She hurts people and heals people.
She attacked, but she also protects.
She hurts people to heal people.
She looks awesome. And we
She
now
does.
finally have like a full team for Blackwatch.
Yeah, and we've added a
That's true,
fifth
'cause she
member
was
of
Blackwatch.
Talon.
5th Talon member.
They just need to give her a Blackwatch skin.
Blackwatch.
Next year's
Blackwatch.
next year's Uprising.
Blackwatch.
Yeah. She is Irish. So for all of you guys out there, I know there are
She's
many
feisty.
who were clamoring for an
for
Irish
an
hero, because God knows we needed one. Yeah, she's Irish, so that's nifty.
True. It's true.
Moira.
Alright. Here we go.
Moira Darren.
And she's got a David Bowie glam rock outfit.
She does. She does have a
She
glam
does.
rock outfit.
It's glorious. It's great.
It's pretty great.
As soon as she drops, that's the skin I'm buying. That's my default skin.
The
for
glam
her, is
rock?
Glam rock.
All right. Now the moment no one else has been waiting for, but the moment I've been waiting for.
Diablo 4.
World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Guys,
Diablo 4.
you
Diablo
gotta
4.
stop moving on before I get the chance to put up the videos.
You just gotta have the videos ready.
I'm sorry.
Because-
Get good.
I didn't know how good we were using the. Fine. You know what? I'm gonna put one of you in charge of changing the screens, and see how you like doing this on the fly.
I don't have XSplit.
Anyway, we didn't even talk about our powers. So
Oh, I
Moira's
guess
thing.
we could.
She attack, but she also protect.
Yeah, basically, so her thing is like she can heal, but she can only heal after doing damage to an enemy. So she like has to
a
do
limited
damage.
pool of healing. So you use that up, it slowly regenerates, but if you use her damaging beam, it regenerates faster.
Right.
Yep.
And
She also
yeah.
has a quick little blink that works similarly to. I compare it to like Sombra's invisibility, but like faster.
Functions like
Yeah.
Reapers.
Yeah, it works like Reaper's Wraith form, but you're invisible.
And the
Yeah,
biggest
It doesn't last
thing
as long.
And you just move forward.
that she is that she's responsible for Reaper.
Yeah.
That's important because that breaks a lot of fan
Also, yeah,
theories.
you can play her on the PTR right now. So
Because everyone was just like, "Oh, isn't Mercy responsible for Reaper?" No. It's the Irish geneticist who's responsible.
Bill, it's okay. She's not in HOTS yet. Once they add her to HOTS, then maybe.
Anyway.
Anyway,
But yeah, you can play it on the
So-
PTR now. All right, Joe.
ETR.
World of Warcraft. My
Diablo
favorite.
4.
We'll start with the part I care the least about, which is Warcraft Classic. World of Warcraft Classic. They're releasing that original 1 to 60 experience that everyone's been clamoring for some reason. I don't know why people so much. It was. There is nostalgia. It's a thing. It's a thing. They're gonna make it. It's very early. They haven't really started development on it. They want to ask the community, like, hey, what do you want? What does World of Warcraft Classic mean to you? Do you want us, like, there's 2 years of content. Like, do we have this in the game? Do we have this in the game? For example, the example they gave, Upper Blackrock Spire, it was a dungeon. There was a 10-man dungeon and a 5-man. Halfway through in that last year, they removed the 10-man version. Do they have the 10-man version in WoW Classic? That's one of the things I wanted to ask. Do they keep in all the exploits that people had back in the day? Like, what does it mean? Does WoW Classic mean having the server lag to a point where when you loot something, you're now sliding for the next 12 seconds on one knee because they didn't animate properly after looting? Like,
These are the questions.
it's gonna be cool. Like, I'll play it. I'm not like, yeah, that's what I'm jazzed for. What I am jazzed for is World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, we defeated the Legion, right? Well, not yet, but we will. The expansion's going to end eventually.
It's coming.
We'll defeat the Legion sometime soon. After that, the Horde and Alliance are back at it again. With no external threat at the moment, the Horde and Alliance decide to be each other's threat.
I love that. I love the idea of them finally being like, man, we've been working together for years. All right,
True.
now let's turn on each other again.
Yeah, didn't we hate each other? Yeah, we did. Hey,
To be fair, after okay,
Let's do
even
that
Legion
again.
was like, it was a tentative alliance even going into Legion of like, okay, we'll work together.
Yeah,
and
but
then the
I'm-
Broken Shore happened where Varian Rin died and Gen Greymane blames Sylvanas for it.
Right.
And like, not for a bad reason from his point of view. Like, she just retreated and left while the alliance was down there.
But Greymane
And-
didn't know that was like the plan.
No, that wasn't the plan. The plan was she was supposed to cover everyone from up there. What he didn't know is the Horde was being overrun up on the cliff and had to retreat so
That's
he
what
could
it was.
live. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Like, we were in a
Whatever.
bad way
They-
up top. They didn't know that. They couldn't see that. So they just assumed, oh, Sylvanas just betrayed us, which is why Sylvanas and Greymane were then fighting through the whole expansion.
Yeah.
Um,
But
also,
yeah,
Sylvanas did some shady stuff of like, I'm going to imprison this, like, demigod being so I can get more Valkyrie.
okay, that's fair.
That's
Um,
not so great. Sylvanas isn't the best.
That trailer though is hype. It's
Wait,
just like the crazy
are they
siege.
changing, real quick, are they changing any mechanics for what? Sorry, go on. I just saw the question in chat.
Probably for classic.
Oh.
Like, are they going back to classic mechanics?
Oh yeah,
Or-
they'll go
or-
back to classic
or
mechanics.
The new
It's not going to be the new WoW. It's going to play like classic, very least. They'll have like the old talent trees back.
will the resolution go down too?
Thank you. You know what's up with Sylvanas.
Probably.
true.
Probably.
Like whenever
yeah.
they built Diablo in Diablo 3 and they're just like, remember 8 directional controls and bit?
So
Like 16-bit?
yeah,
we're
the
bringing that back.
trailer for Battle for Azeroth. Again, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Even if you don't care about WoW, it's
Which
such a
I
hype
will after
trailer.
this podcast.
I
Need a news
I want
back
you
on
to.
Myself.
I almost started crying whenever
For the
Sylvanas
Horde.
shouted for the Horde.
For
like
the Horde. Oh, so good.
I definitely had like a throaty chuckle, but I was so excited I almost cried a little because I was just like, "This
Oh my
is
God.
beautiful."
I
just
know.
like
you don't
the-
even play
the-
WoW.
I know, but it's such a good battle cry that she, and she
really
was so
is.
into it in the moment. She was just like, "We're losing, but
Yeah.
hell yeah, we're charging for the Horde!" And then just like orcs come pouring out, and orcs and
All
elves.
right.
Oh.
Let me set the stage for what you're describing. People get somewhat of an idea. So
Yeah.
what we see is the Alliance is like sieging Lordaeron, which is where the Forsaken have made their home because that's where they're originally from before they were dead. But yeah, the Alliance is sieging Lordaeron and is going to be taking it. And from what I've heard, and I mean they've confirmed, the 110 experience, the introduction to this expansion, is going to pick up right where that cutscene left off. We're going to fight
cool.
in the Siege of Lordaeron, like right after that. Yeah, so the
That's
Alliance
good.
is attacking, the Horde's defending. Like, we don't really know why the Alliance is attacking in the cutscene, but later they show us that the Horde burns down Teldrassil. We don't know who struck first. Some sources say the Horde burned down Teldrassil first, which I wouldn't be completely shocked by, but at the same time, why would the Horde just burn down Teldrassil? There had to be a reason there anyway.
I feel so bad for Jaina. Like, she catches no breaks when it comes to things burning down on her.
Jaina has no relation to Teldrassil.
Yeah, but that's like part of her kingdom, isn't it? Like the kingdom she's from?
No, that's the Night Elves. The Night Elves live in Teldrassil. That's the tree
Oh,
up in
okay.
northern Kalim. The Night Elves.
What am I thinking of then? Because there's...
Kul Tiras is where we have two new zones we're going to. Two new continents being added to the game of Kul Tiras and Zandalar.
Gotcha.
The Alliance will be heading to Kul Tiras to join up with the people there, the Lost Empire, basically. They've just been doing their own thing forever. That's where Jaina Proudmoore's originally from. Mom leads Kul Tiras.
Gotcha.
And they'll be going there, helping out the houses, and the Horde will be trying to make allegiances with the Zandalari trolls, which, for those who don't know, they're like the greatest empire of trolls ever. And they were once the greatest empire on Azeroth. The Zandalar were.
Cool.
But, so yeah, we're going to be making those alliances, and then they're adding 6 new races into the game through the allied races. The Horde will be getting High Mountain Tauren, Zandalari Troll, and the Nightborn from Legion.
They're just like sub-races.
And the Alliance... No, they're allied races. They're not sub-races. They very specifically say these are not sub-races. They're their own thing. They're going to have access to their own classes based on their own lore.
Okay.
Like, Blizzard has been very specific saying these are not sub-races.
These aren't just
allied
sub-races of dwarves. These are their own dwarves.
But the reason they're called allied races is because you're going to have to actually gain their alliance. You're going to have to do quests on your main to obtain access to these races.
Got you.
And once you do, you can then make one at level 20. They will start the game at level 20. If you level them up all the way to max, you will get their heritage armor, which they can wear. And it's like cool armor sets. They showed them off. There's just like what it means to be a High Mountain Tauren or a Zandalari Troll. Or
Yeah.
Nightborn.
What
But
does
the
it mean
Alliance
to
are
be a
also
Zandalari
getting...
troll?
But the Alliance are getting Dark Iron Dwarves.
Void elves?
I was saving them for last because they're the coolest.
I'm
Dark
sorry,
Iron
you paused too
Void
long.
Elves, and what is the third one? What is the third?
This is why you have lists in front of you, so you
Zandalari
can read them
trolls.
off.
Void Elf. No, but I know it. I know it, though. I don't need it. Zandalari Trolls, Void Elves, and... I'm blanking.
Great, then you don't know it.
Lightforged Draenei.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Very forgettable. But no, they're going to be Draenei that have like different options, and then they have like these holy tattoos all over them. They're pretty
Got
cool.
you.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, so that's what they're getting. People are calling them subraces because it just uses these different skeletons, but they are very different in their own ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Nightborn is going to dance like a night elf, but they're still different.
Will he have the same flirts as the...
No, they'll have totally different voices.
Shook me all night long.
No, they're all going to have their own voice acting, be their own thing.
So that's what's going on with World of Warcraft. What about,
Yeah.
and I know we've all been waiting for it, Diablo 3.
They went over how the Necromancer was added to Diablo 3.
Thank goodness,
That
that's
was
exactly what I
all
wanted.
they talked about. That was the only Blizzard panel on Diablo. The biggest Diablo news is that it's included in Blizzard.
Yeah.
By God, I'm so glad that they explained the Necromancer. That's what I was really hoping for.
Yeah. Not like lore or anything, just physically how they were able to do it with art and the assets. Like technologically, how they added the necromancer in.
That's the
That
good
was-
stuff.
That was the big Diablo news this year. No news for Diablo.
Okay, so I think that's it. Unless there are any fun bonus things that you want to add about BlizzCon.
I can't really think of anything. Also part of the World of Warcraft, they're fixing the leveling experience to make it easier. Not easier, but just more enjoyable, so you're not skipping zones
Right.
all the time. Everything's going to scale like it does in Legion. That's the other big part of it.
Nifty.
That's about it, though.
Sweet. Well, that's everything going on with BlizzCon then.
Also, well, yeah, there's also Warfronts and island exploration, but that's just more stuff.
So does anyone have anything else they want to throw in last minute, last call?
13th Doctor's costume was.
Yeah, there's one more argument.
Yeah, that's right. All right, fine. Let's talk about the 13th Doctor's costume.
Oh, real quick, the StarCraft 2 news, it's free to play. That's it. That's how we opened our BlizzCon segment. You must have missed it, Bill. Yeah. It's free to play. They added two new they added one new co-op commander who's two people. Who was it? Man, who was it?
Okay. So the Doctor
It
costume.
it was Han and Horner. Matt Horner and Mira Han. That's it. That's it for StarCraft 2. Anyway, the Doctor Who costume.
Let's bring it home. It's Doctor Who
Yeah.
costume.
So the
So-
BBC dropped this image of Jodie Whittaker's official costume and her official TARDIS exterior for Doctor Who season 11.
And Noah hates it.
I don't hate it.
He just
Just
doesn't
not-
like it.
I'm just not thrilled with the costume choice. I feel like I don't know, but then again, we still have yet to see her. You know, we still have yet to see her. We still have yet to see how she's going to characterize the Doctor. Maybe she's going to come off as a goofier looking.
I was gonna say, I think
Doctor.
the most important thing about a Doctor's costume is how it fits their personality.
Right.
If
Yeah,
she's playing
exactly.
a goofier Doctor, a more fun Doctor, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think that the costume makes her look like she is going to go work in her garden.
I could also see that. I'm just not thrilled that they went back to the 80s TARDIS exterior. I just don't like that look. That's just me, though.
How dare they? How dare they encourage people to like the 80s? You're right.
That's not what I'm saying at all. That is so.
No, I hear you. I hear you. The 80s were terrible. The 80s were a terrible time. God, hope they never make a comeback.
That is not even the point, Janky. That is not even the point I'm making.
No,
the
I'm
80s
just saying
TARDIS
that-
didn't look good.
The 80s TARDIS was not what I would define as the iconic TARDIS. The iconic TARDIS for me is one sec. I have
He
it.
has it. He has it right
I
there.
have it. I have it right here. It's just covered by like
It's
the
right there.
Doctor and Missy and
It's right there.
Candles.
It'll just be a minute. Just there.
Wow.
This is the iconic look for me. Even
Okay.
you know, without the St. John's logo, like this is the iconic, you know, full wide police public call box, white pulled open door, you know, a deeper, darker, well worn, weathered blue, which it is still the darker, deeper, well worn blue, but I just feel like the smaller centered police public call box sign, the dark blue pulled open door is just not a good look on the TARDIS. That's just me.
You realize the only difference there is that the sign is black with white writing instead of white with black writing.
Deep blue with white writing.
I was saying they both have white writing.
Okay, sure.
But and also it is a smaller police public call box sign because if you see this goes pretty much edge to edge, whereas that one is smaller and more centralized on the actual the actual image. Did you throw the image of Jodie Whittaker up or not?
I didn't. I can try. I was trying to copy a link to it, but let me see if it'll
I
actually
mean,
work.
I can try to get it. Boom. Wait. Boom.
Look
Not
at-
ideal.
Look at that
but-
gross thing you just did. I had a screen for
Look
it.
at that gross thing that I just did. Why do you make it sound so worse than it actually is? But yeah, so yeah, her costume. Some people are saying is very like reminiscent of Robin Williams and Mork and Mindy. Which I can
Yeah, I see that actually.
see, but I know that was absolutely not what they were going for.
I mean, that definitely is what it is.
It's true. It's so true. I didn't even see it till just.
But which is probably why I have my initial complaints with it. But again, the costume does say a lot about the Doctor's personality. But so again, we've yet to see her. Maybe the costume matches her personality spot on. Maybe it's completely
know.
off. We don't know.
I now want her to be the most
But-
deadpan, serious Doctor ever.
But here's the thing.
Like the Sixth Doctor,
like-
who wore the rainbow coat and was super duper serious.
Yeah, but here's the thing, if they keep in the current trend that Peter Capaldi had, she'll have 15 different friggin' costumes throughout her run.
Okay, hold on. Wait, come back to us, because we're gonna discuss this now. He didn't have 15,000 costumes during his run. His iconic thing was his coat. Yeah, I get it. You keep scrolling through pictures of it. I get it.
Give us your face.
Yes, bring your face back.
Bring Noah back.
His thing was his coat and his shoes. Like, that was his iconic thing. It didn't
This-
really
this-
matter as
I
much.
brought Noah back.
Oh my gosh!
Noah,
Just get
come
the
back.
webcam
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
This is why we don't do this.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so yeah, his iconic thing was his coat, but it was still like 15 different like variant costumes. There was the red velvet, there was the blue velvet,
And maybe
There
she
was.
will too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so this like I was saying, this might not even be her definitive look.
She'll have
This-
15
'cause-
different sets of suspenders.
Well, because the thing is, if you remember too, the thing with Peter Capaldi was in his first appearance, he was like very well dressed. He had like the vest, the button-down shirt,
yeah.
the coat over
Oh,
top,
yeah.
like close cropped
Well,
hair.
technically, the first
Super
costume
dapper.
had a cardigan.
What?
The
Whatever.
first costume had a cardigan, and then they moved it to a vest.
Anyway, the point is, in his second season, he just wore a
He
hoodie
was-
under the
he was
coat.
hoodie doctor. He was
Yeah,
hoodie
and
doctor.
it was the chillest thing.
Doctor Who.
It's pretty true.
It was the chillest thing you've ever seen, and I'm like, I can appreciate that.
This is
Exactly.
true. He had like the fancy coat, but he also wore a t-shirt.
also wore a t-shirt and a hoodie.
So I mean, the
And-
costume is going to
That was
evolve
kick-ass
with the
shit.
Doctor.
That was Capaldi phoning it in that season.
Yeah.
Costuming phoned it in.
Costuming phoning it
It
in.
was like,
But-
"Oh, we got some clothes laying around here. Take these."
But yeah,
then
it
again,
just means
you
that
have the interviews with like Peter Davidson, who says, or not Peter Davidson, with Colin Baker, where he said, when I spoke with the costume department, I initially told them I wanted what Christopher Eccleston eventually got, and they gave me the clown outfit.
no, that wasn't Colin Baker. That was
That was Colin Baker.
no, that was the Eighth Doctor, because the Eighth Doctor wanted just jeans and a jacket for the movie, because he was just like,
No,
he's a
I-
traveler. And then
Well,
they
yeah,
gave him
also-
like 1800s masquerade, and they're just like, what the hell is this?
And
Palm
those were
again.
the spare clothes she had lying around too. Like I just had these lying around from my
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend. Okay.
Sure. Seriously though, it looks like she's just going to go and out into her
Weed
garden.
the universe.
Yeah. Weed the universe of wrongdoing. I'm going to weed the universe. of
No,
wrongdoing.
but I mean, I'm still super hyped for Jodie Whittaker. I think she's going to do amazing things as the Doctor.
Yeah.
Just in a very Mork and Mindy outfit.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway.
Yeah. And the 80s TARDIS.
Anything else? Anything else you want to throw in here at the end? This is the end. Da, da, da.
Kingdom Hearts Diamond Select figures.
No, we're not talking about that. Not more figures.
That's all I got.
Joe, anything else?
BlizzCon.
All right, I'm good too.
BlizzCon.
So,
Oh no, I have two more quick things. One, saw Thor Ragnarok this week. Great movie.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok. Go see it. I'm hoping to see it sometime soon.
you said you had two more things.
Also Sonic Forces, mediocre game. That's it.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. Like, it was very meh.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this week. So, guys, Joe, you can find him on Twitter at Joe LeBone, or on YouTube. Just go to his Twitter page and follow the link. It's numbers and letters. It's so much
Right
easier.
there.
As for Noah, you can find him at SFEN. Is it just SFEN on Twitter?
No, it's SFEN Gaming.
SFEN
Probably
Gaming
underscore gaming.
on Twitter. And then you could also follow a link on his page to his YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube at Janky Shenanigans. Then you can also find me on Twitch, where you're watching right now. So hopefully you can find your way here. Or on Twitter, you can tweet me at Janky Shenanigans. All that good stuff. And you can also join the Discord anytime you like. Janky Shenanigans Discord. I don't have a thing for exclamation point Discord. I'll put that in at some point on my Twitch, but I don't have it right now. But you can join in on the fun, because we're always having fun in there. We're having discussions like these all the time. It's true.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's our day.
That's our day.
So until the next time, I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, not live. For those of you who do watch it live, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you join us next week for another Pop Cultured podcast. Who knows? We might even have a guest and not Pop Cultured Kitten. Although Pop Cultured Kitten is cute.
Pop culture
Scritches
kitten.
for the kitten.
Pop culture kitten. Scritches the kitten.
All right. So we are signing out. We will see you guys next time. Have a lovely day, friends.
Bye.
This is the ultimate showdown. Ultimate destiny. Good gods, bad gods, and explosions. As far as the eye can see. And only one will survive. I wonder who it will be.